Live from 6 News, the station on your side. This is The 7.
Good evening, I'm Bo Williams and welcome to The 7. Let's get a look at the big stories right now. And topping the list, an investigation begins following devastation as a large fire broke out at a bar and grill in Knox County. The restaurant, called Cheers at Chodo, it is along Witten Lane by Fort Loudon Lake. It's at the edge of Knox County near the Loudon-Blount County lines. Now, this video shows the fire in its early stages. People across the water could see flames shooting from the building. And this is what crews found after the fire was extinguished. Very little of the structure remaining, and officials say the building is a total loss. Now, we spoke with Brian Plumley, a friend of the owners who keeps his boat docked just below the restaurant after he learned about the fire. He tells us that the restaurant had a unique atmosphere that kept people coming back year after year. Plumley says it's heartbreaking to see the building destroyed and that his thoughts are with the owners and staff.
The people that work here, everybody's like a family. Even though they may not be blood, they're all family at heart. And it's just tough to see something like this go away.
No one was inside the building when the fire broke out. No injuries have been reported. The cause of the fire, though, is being investigated by the Knox County Sheriff's Office. We'll keep you posted. Next on tonight's Big 7, a car ends up in a creek while a man tries to avoid law enforcement. This is what the Anderson County Sheriff's Office is saying tonight. We're told deputies were trying to serve outstanding warrants on Daniel Poor for criminal conspiracy, burglary, and contempt of court. While deputies were heading that way, we're told they noticed Poor leaving a driveway in a Camry. Now, the Sheriff's Office says deputies tried to pull Poor over, but that he was able to drive away. Now, we're told he drove into a creek while trying to avoid spike strips in the Oliver Springs area. Poor was then taken into custody. A Morristown man with the same legal name as famous baseball player Babe Ruth has now been sentenced. This after pleading guilty to using the names of former Major League Baseball players to submit false class action lawsuit settlement claims. The Department of Justice says 70-year-old George Herman Ruth was sentenced to 11 years in prison in relation to his guilty plea to 25 separate counts of mail fraud. The DOJ says that from at least January of 2023 through at least July of last year, Ruth tried to obtain more than $250,000 from his fraud scheme. The DOJ adds that Ruth also opened a bank account under the name of a sham business called El Mundo Marketing to deposit the fraudulently received payments, which he used to travel, gamble, and continue the scam. After he is released from prison, Ruth will be under supervised release for 3 years. Well, tonight, a Tennessee Republican Party board could decide the GOP candidate for Knox County Sheriff. As we reported, Brent Gibson won the Republican primary over David Amburn, Mike Davis, and former Sheriff J.J. Jones. A public notice for tonight's meeting says party members will take up Davis's challenge to the election results. Now, this is a story that we have followed since last month. Davis challenging the results after Amburn and Jones were indicted. Jones and Amburn were among the 11 current and past Knox County Sheriff's Office employees indicted in connection with a conspiracy case. It involved the use of a department credit card and cash seized during drug investigations on personal expenses over an 8-year period. As part of his challenge, Davis says Jones and Amburn received a combined 42% of the vote. Davis believes some of those votes are rightfully his. Tonight's meeting is currently underway. Be sure to tune in tonight after the Knicks Spurs game for a recap of what happened. Next on the 7, data centers have been back in the headlines, but some of you may still be asking, what exactly are they and what do they do? Well, we're on your side getting some answers for you. You know, we used to use our phones to call people. Now you can do everything from watching a movie to check your bank account. And while you can still make phone calls, most of us would rather text. But as we download more apps, our phones have become a huge part of our lives. And when our devices run out of room, you can move those photos and other information to places like your iCloud or Google Cloud. And despite having cloud in its name, this data is actually stored on the ground, specifically in data centers, as Marcus Blair of Omega Digital Solutions explains.
So, data centers are the backbone of the internet. If you watch something on Netflix, you stream something on Spotify, you are using a data center. But even if you're just, bouncing around surfing the web, as people used to say, or if you're on Facebook or whatever, all of that information is housed in data centers. Your Google Photos, Apple Photos, Google Drive, all of that. It's literally the backbone of the digital world.
Now, Blair's company sells software to help people effectively use AI and the internet to help their business. And while some data centers use tremendous amounts of power, make lots of noise, and drain the water supply, some of them are smaller. And we'll have more on how speculation is driving some companies to build large data centers for AI tonight on 6 News after the game. Neighbors push back to a nonprofit's move, not getting traction with Knoxville City Council. Last night, the council rejected an appeal challenging a Board of Zoning Appeals decision that allowed Care Cuts to move to a new location on Clinton Highway. The vote upholds a determination that the group's services qualify for a religious exemption from certain zoning requirements. Now, opponents had argued that the site lacks adequate pedestrian access and questioned whether the nonprofit qualifies for the exemption. For 10 years, Care Cuts has given haircuts, meals, showers to area homeless. In April, it served its final meal downtown, and later that month, it opened the new location. Care Cuts says it will continue pursuing special use approval as well. In our final Big 7 story for you tonight, more information this afternoon on what the city of Knoxville is doing about stormwater and flooding issues. We've been showing you one of those since Monday's downpour left the road blocked and floodwaters swallowed up an SUV, prompting a rescue. That happened at 5th Street, just east of Hall of Fame. Now, the city told us that a pump is already installed there, and Monday's storm was just too much rain in too little time for the low-lying road. Well, last night, Knoxville City Council authorized Mayor India Kincannon to move forward on a project meant to ease flash flooding not far away on North Cherry. The city plans to spend most of this to replace a rusted pipe with a reinforced concrete culvert. The city also plans to add infrastructure that would capture debris and pollutants from stormwater to prevent clogging. Now, this is all part of a larger $8.4 million effort to fix some of Knoxville's worst flooding and water quality problems. Today, the city sharing this video in a news release, giving an example of the work already completed. It's a before and after view from above in the changes to Baker Creek at Rock City Ballpark, where 800 feet of stream bed were the focus of work to restore the creek to a more natural state.
When we improve the stream quality, you'll see a greater number and a greater diversity of wildlife in the stream. Small fish, turtles, frogs, snakes, crawdads, salamanders. Anytime we can really stabilize urban streams, especially because that's where you get like the real flashy rains, you get a lot of water suddenly. It'll not only improve our water quality in stream, but actually it'll protect our ball field here and our facilities.
Other projects include flood control on Baum and Aaron Drives in West Knoxville and Goose Creek stream bank stabilization at Mary Vestal Park.